Hey everybody. Yeah, Craig McMillan. I am an account director with inside our subsea business with inside Ciena. I just like to say thank you very much. I've never been able to put a sheep, a potato, and my cats on a slide before, so that's a first for me. So, just I wanted to cover off some points just around my about myself. Um, Hopefully, you can tell from the accent, I'm some similar to Gian. I come from Northern Ireland. I work on a farm, or I came and I grew up on a farm, and hence the picture of the sheep and the potato. When I was a child, I think living on a farm gave me the possibility. I really loved to take stuff apart. Washing machines, hair dryers, TVs, you name it, that was getting ripped apart. And I think that was kind of the starts of the kind of curiosity of how things worked, and probably led me into being interested in engineering. A little fact is, I was the only kid at my school that didn't do any foreign languages for his GCSEs. I'm quite severely dyslexic, and I think my school thought, if he gets his two English GCSEs, he'll have done pretty well to get through it. So I managed to get through my GCSEs, and then I left Northern Ireland to go and study electrical and electronic engineering at Edinburgh University, which was fantastic. I've got three kids. We all love to go camping a lot, traveling to different countries to see different cultures, and obviously also to watch a little bit of sport, Irish rugby, having just come back from Cardiff at the weekend. Also, we've got two cats, called Echo and Otto, which we got during lockdown, which are yeah, everybody loves them very much. So just to move on quickly to more about my career, similar to Gian, I've been at Sienna now 26 years. It's quite incredible. But and again, similar to Belen, I worked for a good part of those 26 years. 24 of those years, I worked in the kind of engineering team with inside Sienna. Moving from being an engineer within a team to running a small team with inside Sienna, to ending up in the last few years of that role, leading the engineering team across Europe. So that was a team of 65 engineers, probably about 17 countries throughout Europe. But as my grandfather always used to say, a change is as good as a rest. Um, and that's what really I had through the 24 years in my engineering role, where things were always changing with inside the industry and roles and responsibilities. But then if I look forward to the role that I've got now, I as well, similar to Belen, have moved into a sales position with inside, looking after customers who build subsea cables all around the globe. And a good example, and I think Sarah touched on this at the top of the call. 98% of all data around the globe is across subsea cables. So it's a critical part of the infrastructure. It's funny, you hear a lot of it in the news at the moment. But one example of a project that I'm working on at the moment is to Africa, and you can see there's a little diagram up on the right hand side here. But this is to Africa, and it's a subsea cable that runs for 45,000 kilometers from the Mediterranean the whole way around Africa. Not only is personally, it's a fantastic project, working into all these different geographies that I'm working into, but also it's for thinking about what you're doing from a day-to-day role and how that's going to actually impact Africa. It is very interesting. So I mean that's my career, as I say, up to 26 years. Um, but what I enjoy most really about my career over those 26 years, I think the fact is nothing really does stand still. We're in an industry. If you imagine, I started working 1998, 99. The iPhone wasn't even sold until 2007. So, it's those kind of things that really make you think about how an industry like the telecommunication industry has really changed throughout those years. It's as we say, from various different aspects of what we do, things are changing and exciting new challenges. Keeps everything fresh. But also, companies like uh, Ciena and other companies, we deliver the internet. That's when my friends, families, or people ask me, well, what do you actually do, Craig? It's quite hard to explain it to them, but nobody would have any kind of social media connectivity, unless companies like Ciena were able to build the internet, and that's not going to change anytime soon. We know AI is coming, and that equally needs a similar amount or even more connectivity than we've had over the last, first 26 years of my career. So I think that's why, I find it my role in working in this industry just, fascinating from a day-to-day aspect. If I had to then, give advice, and I would say this because I did get an engineering degree. My view is go and get an engineering degree if you possibly can, and I'm not going to, be shy away from that. Um, I think it gives you really an engineering degree demonstrates capabilities around problem solving, mathematics, and the various skills that you've got. That then, even though you mightn't fully understand where you're going to go, it gives you the basis to head into any parts of any kind of industry you realistically. It's such a good foundation to start from, and then you can head in anywhere. You can pretty much go anywhere. Because I think, as we all know, and at your age, you're probably not 100% sure where you want to go yourself. So it really does give you a good basis. Yeah, so that's, I think, everything for myself. So I think I'm